Hi, my name is Eric Swanson, and my innovative idea has to do with Christmas Eve services. I think pastors spend way too much time trying to get an original message every year for Christmas Eve. I think instead, every pastor ought to develop one killer message that he gives every Christmas Eve. It becomes a classic. A classic is defined as something that you can get new value out of every time you see it. So a classic book, you can reread it, and every time you get fresh insights, something like the Bible, or a classic movie is something like It's a Wonderful Life, or even The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. You don't ever tire of watching it because it's a classic. There's new lessons to be learned every time you see it. And so I think a pastor could develop a killer sermon, because you think of so many people that just go to church on Christmas Eve and on Easter. And what if the people that invited their friends to church could guarantee it'd be just a great service, because it'd be very predictable. It'd be so predictable, it wouldn't be boring because there'd always be fresh things added into it. But a lot of the basics of it would never change. So my ideal Christmas service would be just a festively decorated room, 20 minutes of the first two verses of every Christmas carol they can think of. Give the worship leader the night off. This is not the time for his original music and to play non-Christmas Eve songs. If you sing it at any time of the year, don't sing it tonight. People come there to hear Christmas carols. Then we need some kids dressed up like angels, anywhere from 3 to a whole choir of them, just reading the Christmas story out of the book of Luke. Then the pastor's message will be a killer. If you don't have a message, I think Rick Warren's message on Christmas is really good. From the message of the angels, why we celebrate Christmas. One is, or the purpose of Christmas. First is, I bring to you great news, or good news of great joy. It's celebration. And for today is born unto you a Savior, salvation, and He will bring good news, or peace on earth, goodwill towards all men, reconciliation. And again, it can be, those are the main points, and then closing. And then I think a special offering could be taken, not for the church, but built around those same things. So what can we do to help families? Special offering, give generously, but what can we do to help families in our community celebrate Christmas? And then the second thing, what can we do to bring salvation to the end of the earth? Part of the offering will go there. And the last part will be reconciliation. Something, just a man-to-man thing, is maybe it's a well in an African country or in Afghanistan or something like that. But we could ask people to give totally generously, because none of it's going to the church on Christmas Eve. But because, the purpose of Christmas is not about us getting gifts, but it's Jesus' gift to the world, and the church could be that gift to the world. So again, I think it's an idea that would give pastors way more time with their families on Christmas Eve. They wouldn't have to wonder what they're going to do. There'd be anticipation. Man, I can't wait to come to hear my pastor, because he's got this. Our Christmas Eve service is absolutely fantastic, and it's very predictable, and it delivers every time and just keeps getting better. There could vary special music or different things like that. The illustrations will vary from year to year to year, but it will be just something that will be a classic Christmas message. So that's my innovation idea.